Well, hello everyone watching right now. We are getting set up for 48 Blitz OT. How is everybody doing here in the Tennessee Valley? Week 3 of high school football was tonight. Super exciting stuff. But 1 second, we are going to save this. Well, happy Friday, everyone, on this very rainy Friday afternoon. It is week 3 of high school football here across the Tennessee Valley. And y'all, we had some super good games tonight, but not the greatest weather across the Tennessee Valley. But you know, that's what football is all about. Sometimes you have to play in some pretty rough conditions. But if you're just now joining in right now, welcome to 48 Blitz OT. I'm digital host AJ Wuest and super excited to bring some week 3 high school football for you all. We have 48 sports director Carl Prather. He's going to be joining in here at the 48 Now desk. He just finished the 10 p.m. show where he was talking about some high school football, of course, here in North Alabama. And we also have Javon Williams. She is on the digital staff here at 48 News. She will be joining in momentarily with sports director Carl Prather. But if you're watching right now, comment your team. That's what I want to know. I want to know your team here across the Tennessee Valley. If you were at a game tonight, shout them out. Where are you all watching from? And I'm going to run through some of our scores here in North Alabama. The 48 game of the week, James Clemens and Huntsville. James Clemens taking a pretty commanding win over the Huntsville Panthers. James Clemens won that game 32-7. Not much of a game there. James Clemens basically dominated that game. A closer game, though, Central and Brooks. Central taking that win 28-24 over Brooks. Another game here, Randolph 35 and Westminster 9. Another commanding win there. Let's see. Let's go through some of the other scores here across the Tennessee Valley. But of course, if you're watching right now, shout out your team. That is what I want to know. Were you at a game tonight? Did you get rained on? Yeah, comment. That is what we are here for. We want to hear from you, of course. But we got some other games here. Let's see. We went through that one. A game out in DeKalb County, Sylvania, winning against Geraldine 17-7. Very nice job there. Rogers 28, Clemens 7. Gunnersville taking a huge win over, of course, Sardis 64-0. That is and a shutout for Lexington over Tanner 55-0. Another good game, West Limestone in Danville. West Limestone winning that game 19-6. Y'all, I am not seeing any comments right now on Facebook, and you know, that is just making me very upset right now. I want to hear from you all. Shout out your teams. Did they get the win tonight? That is what I want to know. And we have Carl Prather, of course, joining in momentarily. He is actually entering the building as we speak here at the digital desk, and we have Javon Williams as well on the digital staff. But yes, some really good high school football tonight. Week 3, it's already in the books. I can't believe it. Feels like it was just yesterday. We were gearing up for week 0 of high school football, but wow, it's hard to believe it is already week 3. I mean, I guess time just flies when you're having fun, you know, and it is a very good time here. Carl Prather will be in the house momentarily. He just walked in. He is getting mic'd up. And yeah, let's go through. If you guys do not know how to access the scoreboard, the 48 scoreboard, you'll just go to sports section. You'll first go to waff.com, our website. You'll go to the sports section, And then from there, you will select the week that you want. In this case, it is week 3. You'll select week 3 and then go through all those high school scores and shout out your local teams, see how your teams did tonight. But I believe we are all set for 48 Blitz OT. We are going to send it over to Mr. Carl Prather and Javon Williams. Carl and Javon, how are y'all doing tonight?
AJ in the house. We got Javon in the house. I'm merely Carl Prather over here. Javon Williams, how are you, young lady? You doing okay?
I'm doing great. I love football season. This is my 3rd football season in the Tennessee Valley, and I must say I enjoy seeing all the highlights from all of these teams, especially compared to where I'm from. So.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So before we got to get into it, and thanks to everyone for watching our Blitz show and, of course, our Blitz OT show. I say this all the time, and I want to start our OT show off with this, is that we have so many people, Javon Williams and AJ Wuest, and so many people in this building that help make this show possible. They do a fantastic and amazing job. It is a madhouse in here on Friday nights, as Javon and AJ could attest to. We have a lot of games, a lot of scores. We're trying to get everyone highlighted across the Tennessee Valley and North Alabama. So we're super, super excited to bring this show to you. We're super excited that you're interacting with us. I see that Sarah Johnson sending a big shout out to Buckhorn High School. That's a big, huge Cotton Classic win for the Bucks, and a much needed win for them as they try to navigate a way toward a potential postseason berth. So many traditions, so many classics, Javon and AJ, as you all know, as we continue to move into the high school football season and kind of really now get into the midpoint of the year. But I will ask you all, much like we discuss with our viewers all the time, it's a lot of games that we go through on Fridays, right?
Yes, it is a lot. But it's all worth it, though. You know, the stress is worth it because we want to make sure that y'all are able to follow y'all's teams and get the most updated scores and the highlights shot by so many wonderful people on the team. And y'all get to hear it come from this man. So I think it's a win for everyone, no matter what the stake is. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. I'll pay them later. I promise you. I'll pay them later.
10 out of 10. Let's go, Carl.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So, listen, we have a ton to get to tonight. We want to kind of showcase and kind of revisit some of the games that were tonight. As everyone in the Tennessee Valley, North Alabama understand and know that we had to deal with a lot of wet weather throughout the night. We had one game, actually in particular, Decatur and Muscle Shoals out at Oval Stadium. They actually played an hour early. They started at 6. Muscle Shoals came away with the win. And to be honest, they actually sped up the second half. They had an 8-minute running clock in the 3rd and 4th quarter. Scott Basin and company gets the win. They're still undefeated at 2-0 in Class 6A Region 7. So a big win for them. Head coach John Ritter in his first year for Decatur, brighter days are ahead for him as he continues to try to develop the proud Decatur program. So big ups to Muscle Shoals in that contest as well. Okay, so obviously each and every week, for those that are new or familiar with our show, each and every Friday night and throughout the week during high school football, we have our game of the week. And this week, for the second consecutive week, we made a trip out to Madison and Madison City School Stadium. That is the home of the James Clemens Jets in Class 7A Region 4. Undefeated coming into their matchup earlier tonight against the Crimson Panthers of Huntsville, who also came into tonight undefeated as well. My teammate, our own Cam Durr, was out at our game of the week from start to finish and has a recap of that big game.
Direction of Coach Jamie Chris, Michelle Cleveland.
A wet and rainy Friday night under the lights as James Clemens welcomes in the Huntsville Crimson Panthers in a clash of undefeateds. First drive for the Jets, a little rain they say, not a problem for us. We'll stick to the run game. MJ Gideon breaks into the end zone, Jets up 7-0 early. But their next drive, James Clemens looks to go to the air and will be picked. Great grab there by Neil Erskine. Huntsville, though, unable to cash in that following possession. really most of the first half a battle between defenses. The rain making it challenging for both offenses to really get much going, but a chance to see this Huntsville defense on full display, ranked one of the best so far in Class 7A in the state. But James Clemens found a way to break through, led 13-0 at the break. Jets added a few more trips to the end zone in the second half. This one courtesy of a pick six by Miles Taylor. All Jets in this one.
Big win for the Jets of James Clemens, 32-7. So, Javon and AJ, and for our viewers at home, we have so many amazing mascots and these, I call it the swag gear. All the uniforms, they look so good. So I always call this game when these two teams meet kind of the uniform game, because James Clemens has unbelievable helmets and uniforms. The same can be said for Huntsville as well. So, look, if you can look good, that's half the battle before you get out of the football field. But James Clemens gets the win, 32-7. A big win for head coach Chad McGee and company. They remain undefeated in their region. And region games are important in our area for the sole reason of you're trying to get to the playoffs. So obviously you want to try to make inroads to potentially clinch one of the top 4 seeds within your region to make the playoffs. But I will say, regardless of the weather, Javon, we still had a lot of fans out in our games tonight, even though it kind of just shows what kind of passion our respective communities across the valley have for our football teams.
Oh yeah, that's how it is in these southern states, especially Alabama.
Yeah.
Okay, hailing from Tuscaloosa, that's one thing we do not play about is football, whether it be professional, even though we don't have a team, or college and high school especially. We like to come out, we like to support our fans no matter what the weather is. The state bird, aka a trampoline, could be in the middle of the field. Fans are still going to come and watch these teams play.
Absolutely, absolutely. So big win for James Clemens, big win for all of our community members and all our respective communities across the valley as well. So a big thumbs up to all of our fans, but more importantly, big thumbs up to James Clemens, undefeated still on the year. Okay, AJ, we're going to head to our next game, and our game tonight over at Earl Van Dyke Stadium. It was a big matchup between Randolph and Westminster. This was a battle of two teams undefeated respectively on their respective seasons and within their region in Class 4A. Let's head to a little video from earlier tonight. And it was a rainy night out there as well in this contest, I must say. But I'll tell you, early on in this contest, a big deal for Randolph. Randolph came away with a big run early in this contest. If we can go to that video and take a look at it right now, I will say that early on in this contest, Randolph and David Lloyd and company really put the pedal to the metal in the first quarter. That is William Mitchell, their starting quarterback. He ran in for a score, made it a 15-0 game out the gate early on in this contest. But give credit to head coach Louis LeBlanc in Westminster. Still stayed in it, made a nice drive at the end of the first quarter, and continued that drive to start the second quarter. That touchdown that you see right there was from Westminster. Westminster, though, still fighting hard in the first half. They would trail 15-6 at the half, but Randolph really pulled away in the second half. They get a big win on the road, 35-9, so they remain undefeated on the year for Westminster. Let's head right into our next video and our next highlight. Hey, Central Florence and Coach Heath Wood trying to make a little bit of short history, as I like to say, and you'll understand why once you see these highlights. Central Florence taking on none other than the Brooks Lions. Central Florence in Class 4A in this contest as we head to the video right now. And this was a great crowd as well. Having a little trouble with the video, but it's okay. We want to let you know that Central Florence did come away with the win. And that final was a big one for Central Florence. They win 28-22 or 28-24? I think it was 28-24.
28-24. It was
28-24. But with that win, Heath Wood, head coach for the Wildcats of Central Florence, 4-0 for the first time since 2021. That's a big deal, right? You know, you're undefeated. You're starting the year off strong. So big thumbs up to Central Florence. Once again, just continuing to show just the proud communities in our area for doing that. Let's interact with some of our fans and everyone watching on our streams right now. You can also comment on YouTube as well. We have comments on YouTube as well. Definitely want to show some love there as well. So thank you all for watching there. Or if you're watching on our 48 Now stream right now on Facebook, wherever you may be watching this digital stream, thank you. We truly appreciate it. Javon, do you see any of our comments from anyone on Facebook and whatnot?
Let's see. I see some love for Buckhorn. I'm also seeing someone asked about the Cherokee game. Cherokee was against Addison tonight. Unfortunately, Cherokee did take the loss, 39-6. Let's see. What else do we have here?
I see on YouTube, people are commenting. People from Buckhorn High School. Shout out Buckhorn.
What's up, Buckhorn Bucks? I love it. I love it.
We have Russellville as well as James Clemens. There's some people with James Clemens in the comments.
Hey, AJ, let me say something about Russellville really quick.
All right.
Proud tradition in Golden Tigers country. An amazing place to watch a football game, Javon and AJ, and for our viewers. They have an outstanding running back. His name is Cameron Finney. He took off for a long touchdown run early in their contest tonight. They came away with a big win as well. So I want to send a big shout out to everyone out in Russellville, their coaching staff who's outstanding, and everyone out in the Shoals area over in Franklin County. Big win for Russellville. An outstanding running back and Cameron Finney that's kind of leading the way for them. So what's up to everybody in YouTube land watching us from afar? I wanted to show you all some love and, of course, show some love to Coach Matt Patterson in Buckhorn. Seems like we got a lot of Buckhorn fans entering, as we like to say, entering the chat because they want a rivalry game. So the Cotton Classic is a rivalry game between the Bucks and Hazel Green Trojans. So big thumbs up to Buckhorn. Hey, you come away to win, and more importantly, once again, another region win. So those region wins are so important early on. Yeah, okay, it's one or two games early in the season, but you just never know, Javon and AJ, and for our viewers, as you kind of get into the end of the year, tiebreakers may happen. You may have some head-to-head matchup that may be the difference for a team getting in and getting out. So as coaches and fans, we know every game counts, but those region games count for sure. Do we want to take a look at our scoreboards? Do we want to kind of start going through those?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's just go start going through those, and I'll just talk over those and kind of go through some of those scores as well as we take a look at some of those scores. I see the 5 Red Devils just keep on keeping on. They get the big win, 63-0.
Can
over
I
Asbury.
say
You sure
something?
can. You sure can, Javon.
5 has yet, like, they just can't cease to amaze me. Like I said, this is my 3rd football season up here, and every year I'm like, I need to see these boys play. I have to, because one thing about them, it just seems as though their scores are always going to be over 40 something. It's outstanding to me personally. So shout out to the 5 Red Devils, because y'all have gained a fan
There
in
you
me
go. There you go.
for the past 3 seasons.
I like it. Big shout out to head coach Paul Bennyfield and company out there. Have an outstanding team year in and year out. Reigning 2-time state champions, aiming to win a 3rd state championship as they made the move from 2A to 3A. Big win over Asbury there in a big way. West Limestone gets a big win on the road against Danville. They win 19-6 tonight. Congratulations to West Limestone. Oh, Shelby Davis out there in Leicester, Alabama, running the show out there for the Wildcats of West Limestone. We continue our scoreboards, and as we move on, Coleman gets a big win, edging Jasper. So Jasper remains undefeated. I want to mention this game because the Athens Golden Eagles, and if anyone has been able to watch our Beyond the Lights series on Athens, a documentary following that team throughout the year, Athens will take on Jasper. One of those two teams will remain undefeated after next week. That's a big game, and will either be all alone in Class 6A or Region 7 in first place, or in a tie with some other teams in that region next week. So a big game for Jasper. I'm looking at the top of the score. I had a reverse, like 21-20. That's actually Coleman got the win. So Jasper loses their first game. So everything that I just said, don't mind me. No big deal. Jasper has one loss, but still looking to try to bounce back. Athens will try to remain in the land of undefeateds there. But give a credit to Coleman. Coleman just lost to Athens last week. Nice bounce back win for the Bearcats for sure. 21-20. There's the old Buckhorn Bucks. 29-7 in that old Cotton Classic. big win for Matt Patterson, as we mentioned that throughout the OT show tonight. Big shout out to them. We continue these scoreboards tonight. Let me tell you, this is a big win for Coach Chris Elmore and the Wildcats of Fort Payne. Looking for their first region win. They indeed get it. They take care of Southside Gaston 14-13 on the road, no less. Congratulations to Fort Payne. And if you see a score right here at the bottom of your screen there, that's Austin and Florence. So there's no score there because this game was initially set to kick off tonight, but because of the weather in our area and the wet weather, with 2 of our 7A Region 4 teams, they decided to move this game to September 27th, and September 27th will be that contest. And listen, point blank period, both of those respective fan bases are and communities are very, very proud communities. They love their football programs. We want the stands to be packed over at Brawley Stadium. So what better way than to keep everyone safe, number one. Number two, to have as many people as possible out at this contest. And then number three, you want to have a good quality football game and 2 teams to be able to play on an even playing field and see what program comes away victorious with a very important region game as well in 7A Region 4.
And also, to my knowledge, it was also Florence's homecoming.
It was Florence's homecoming as well. Great call.
I know that was heartbreaking.
Were you ever on the homecoming court or anything?
No. I was on a lot of homecoming committees, but courts.
AJ, were you a homecoming king or anything?
I was not. I was not, unfortunately. What about you, Carl? Were you?
Absolutely not. I was doing everything but not on the homecoming court.
Yeah, it's crazy. My twin brother actually won homecoming king.
Really?
8th grade year.
How about that? We got any homecoming kings or queens out there? Send us a shout out on YouTube.
Flex on us really quick.
We got to see it. We got to see it.
For sure. Let's continue our scoreboards and continue to take a look at those. We mentioned Fort Payne. We mentioned the Florence and Austin game being postponed and moved. Rogers gets a nice win on the road over in Clements, over in Limestone County. They win in a big way tonight. Colbert County hosting over at CT Manley Stadium. The Tigers of Lauderdale County. Lauderdale County comes away with a 21-7 win. That game right there I like to call the program game because both of those 2 programs are tradition-rich and tradition-laden programs in our area. So a big shout out to Lauderdale County. They get the victory 21-7. So big games out there for a lot of our teams. And I will say, been a big night. The one thing that I am glad about, very happy about and pleased about, much like I know our fans are, they were actually able to get the games in. It's kind of hit or miss. I was wondering if we were going to have some delays. We had 0 delays. As we mentioned, the Decatur Muscle Shoals game, Javon, it actually got moved back to 6 p.m. And then on top of that, they kind of ran the clock a little bit in the second half to try to get out of there and get everyone home safe and sound before any potential wet weather or potential flooding could occur over in the land of Oval Stadium out there. So big shout out to Muscle Shoals. Big shout out to all of our teams that got respective victories tonight as well. Shout out to Jelaine Russell. She's mentioning West Morgan. West Morgan got a big win. Loved Coach Drew Phillips and everyone out at West Morgan in Rebels Country, a team that finished the season undefeated last year, got to the quarterfinal and lost a tight contest in the playoffs, but they bounced back quite nicely and they're undefeated as well. And once again, I say this every time that we have our 48 Blitz OT show, whether it's here in our amazing CTV set or it's over in our amazing TVL set. We want to thank our sponsor, Alabama Concrete. They do an outstanding job, and we appreciate them joining our team yet again for another high school football season. So I guess, I think maybe do we want to go to more scores or do we want to go to our plays of the week? What do you think, AJ?
I say let's go over to the plays of the week.
I love it, AJ.
Yes,
let's
sir.
do it right now. So, okay, here's how this works. You're going to see on your screen right now, you're going to see 3 a triple box, as I like to say, and it is going to be there on your screen. There it is. There's Randolph, there's Dessler, and there's West Morgan. So these are 3 of our best plays from the night, the week that was week 3 in high school football in North Alabama. You have a Randolph quarterback run for a long touchdown. You have a Dessler an opening kickoff for a return at Howard Chapel Stadium. And I just mentioned West Morgan, who came with a big shutout win over Priceville. A big throw and catch in the rain. We mentioned the rain all night. That was a touchdown score there. So here it is. Randolph, Deshler, West, Morgan. You have, right now, you can just go on to waff.com/play of the week. You can go cast your respective ballot right now. Voting will run until Wednesday at 3. At 3, the polls close. Javon will let you know it closes because you know why? She closes the poll. So I'm just telling you that's how it works. You have to close it somehow, some way. 3 o'clock, it closes on Wednesday. Yours truly or my teammate Cam Durr on our 6 p.m. newscast on Wednesday, we announce our winner. And we've had a great turnout voting-wise so far this season. This is something that we truly love, along with our player of the week as well, each and every week. But Wednesday nights, we have a lot of our respective communities really vote for our teams. And it's really fun because our respective communities really get into the fun of voting for their best play and their school.
Yes. The numbers have definitely grown since I've started, and I personally love seeing the numbers grow. So continue to go on there and vote for your teams, because honestly, like as someone who never has a dog in the fight, I enjoy watching these plays, and I really wish I could vote myself, but I'm an honest woman, so
there you go.
I don't. But do it for me. So visit the link and make a vote for me. I trust your decision.
Absolutely. Once again, waff.com/play of the week. Voting is live right now. You can head over, cast your ballot for one of those 3 amazing plays. Voting closes Wednesday at 3. We announce the winner Wednesday night at 6. Listen, that was awesome. This has been awesome. AJ, do we have any more comments that we want to get to on YouTube? If we don't, then we're going to wrap this thing up, man.
Let's
see. Anything out there? Anything that we missed? Maybe you've glanced over?
We got someone from Randolph. We got some Let's Go Raiders comments.
I love it. Shout out to Coach Lloyd and Norgon and William Mitchell and all those cats down there, man, balling out down there at Randolph Country. Got a big win on the road against Westminster, quality program, man, undefeated and just balling out there. That's also another uniform game. Westminster and Randolph have some fly uniforms. I love it. So congratulations to Coach Lloyd and company. They just keep on keeping on. Westminster will bounce back as well. Listen, we're about to wrap it up. I want to once again thank our sponsor, Alabama Concrete. They do an outstanding job. We appreciate them joining our team. I also appreciate my teammates, Javon Williams, AJ Wuest. We have Katie Rainwater that was in here tonight, our producer at 10 o'clock for our TV show. She does an amazing job. We had Tyler North. We had, who else do we have in there? We had Byron Lavender. We have all of our reporters help us shoot ball games up.
Putting in OT for OT.
Putting in
OT for OT.
So listen, this is a really big, huge operation each and every week to deliver high school football and just showcase our communities and just basically showcase our kids. And we consider all of these student athletes ours because this is our home in the Valley. So I want to try to give you the best product possible. Could not be done without all these amazing men and women behind the scenes that you don't see. You just see this ugly bug each and every Friday night. So super, super happy that we were able to deliver a great product for you for sure. We are off to an amazing weekend. Everyone is excited. We got college football on Saturday. A quick rundown of our teams. Alabama is currently up in the land of cheese. They're getting ready to take on Wisconsin up at Camp Randall Stadium tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. You have Alabama A&M. They're going to host the game here inside Lewis Crew Stadium in Normal, Alabama, hosting Georgetown College from the NAIA school from the state of Kentucky. We also have UNA on the road against UT Martin in a non-conference game before Brent Dearman and company hop back into a conference for them next week. Auburn taking on New Mexico inside Jordan Hare Stadium. Hank Brown will be the starter at quarterback for Hugh Freeze and company. He will replace Captain Peyton Thorne tomorrow. We shall see what Hank Brown brings to the table. Then we got all the NFL stuff, and then we got all the just football the whole weekend. You know what it is, folks. I know everyone's excited to watch it. So
best time of the year.
It is. It's amazing, right? You got your fantasy football, you got college football on Saturday, you got pro football on Sunday. It's the best. Next thing you know, we'll be like in 2025, just before you know it. So,
wow.
Doing this again.
I know. So listen, that's going to wrap it up for us. We truly appreciate you all joining us. Thank you all for joining our 48 Blitz OT show here in this amazing, beautiful, lovely CTV studio. For AJ Wuest, Javon Williams, thank you all for joining us, and then we want to just thank you all for joining us. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back. We're on to week 4 the high school football season with another edition of 48 Blitz and 48 Blitz OT. Good night, everyone.